morning, Kenilworth. I'm Marissa.
And I'm Natalie, and this is KTV for Tuesday, November 16th, 2021.
Hey Nat, have you read any good books lately?
I have. I just started this book series called Land of Stories. So far, I have had a lot of laughs. My favorite character is Alex because she knows so much about fairy tales, and so do I.
That sounds interesting, Nat. Now let's learn about some history.
In honor of Native American Heritage Month, let's look at the life of American hero Lori Ann Piesteria. On March 23, 2003, she died on the front lines of Iraq in a Humvee ambush. She was the first Native American woman to die serving the U.S. Armed Forces. This was the first war that let women serve in the front lines. Because of her service, she is a symbol of strength and sacrifice for Native American women and all Americans.
In 2008, a Phoenix Mountain was named in her honor, as was an education initiative and an annual motorcycle ride in honor of fallen soldiers. Lori Ann Piesteria is a strong symbol for all Americans, whether we are fighting in a war or not, and she is remembered as a hero for giving the ultimate sacrifice for her country.
I'm pretty sure she exemplifies all of our Kenilworth life skills, especially maturity. Maturity is being able to control your actions. One way to practice maturity is if someone picks on you or says something mean. You shouldn't try to make a huge deal. Just try talking it out. If it escalates, keep your cool and walk away.
Another way to show maturity is if there's a fight. Don't cheer them on or don't stop to take a video. Do what you can to try to stop it, or go to an adult and let them handle it. Now do the mature thing and keep the school great.
Now how about a joke to lighten the mood?
Why don't oysters donate to charity? Because they're selfish. Speaking of bad jokes, let's check in with Abby in the weather studio.
Thanks, Marissa. For today's weather, we have a high of 66 and a low of 44. Tomorrow is about the same with a high of 65 and a low of 46. But this Thursday, you should definitely have a couple layers on with a high of a cool 60, a low 47, and a chance of rain. Now for today's weather joke. Why do seals swim in salt water? Because pepper water makes them sneeze. Now back to Nat and Marissa in the KTV studio.
Looks like I'll be needing my coat this week.
In cafeteria news, what's for lunch today, Nat?
Some butter and jelly sandwich, orange chicken and rice, junior cheeseburger, and chicken tenders and fries.
Looks like we and all of our athletes will have a good lunch today.
Speaking of athletes, let's see what's going on with Logan in the Sports Corner.
Thanks, Nat. Today we have a boys basketball game at Windsor Middle School and a girls volleyball game here at Kenilworth. Now, let's look back to 1924 on this day in sports history, when the Cleveland Bulldogs lost to the Frankfurt Yellow Jackets, which ended Cleveland's 31-game undefeated streak. This was an NFL and Major League Football record. That's all for today. Now back to Nat and Marissa in the KTV studio.
Thanks, Logan. And that's the end of our show. Remember, Colts, wear a jacket and be mature.
And try not to tell bad jokes. Like the weather studio.
But don't tell them we said that.
And that's KTV.